Hey everyone, Carlos here.
Hey everyone, Robert H here.
And before we get to our trade on Citigroup, I want to show you some pictures of Andrew in Alaska meeting some of our group members that we have up there. So you can see here they're sharing some good times together, having some slices, and over here in the mountains. You can see this in our Twitter page. We'll make sure to put the link below so you can check out some of the places that Andrew goes to meet some of our members. So let's get over to our trade here that me, both, and Robert took on C after Robert called this out for a beautiful bull flag. So Robert, if you could start with your trade here, because you did get in before me, and then it looks like we both got in on the second time.
Yeah, so C, they reported earnings, and it was red. It was a gap down. But what I saw interesting was in the first candle here on the 2-minute chart was a gravestone doji, which is a telling sign for a reversal, right? So it reversed off of there, bounced up, broke through all the pre-market levels that I had here, broke through previous day close, and I said, okay, this thing's is going to be super strong. I waited for this bull flag to form here, and I took it long here after it tested this kind of level. Took it long, and unfortunately, it dumped 40 cents on me in this one candle, and I didn't survive. This kind of happened to me last week too on General Motors. So sometimes these NYSE stocks, they can really fool you. I didn't survive that first one, and that's not a big deal, right? Took a loss, a little -1R, saw it set up again, and I think this is when everyone else in the room also jumped in. Carlos, some other members, we all just went right back in because, you know, when the trade doesn't work out, it's okay to get back in. This setup is still good to go, right? Even though it made the new 5-minute low, this is a beautiful flag, and off to the races we went.
Yeah, that was a good call. Actually, I had C on our watches from this morning. We took it on the pre-market show. We found some levels, as you can see here. Clearly the 58.18 and some other ones towards the downside. But I wasn't watching it that closely until you called out the bull flag. Once you called out the bull flag, I started watching it, and it did this drop here, beautiful drop here, comes back above the moving averages, and this is when I went long, and it turned out to be an amazing trade. So here's how I scaled out of it. The minute I like to scale out, the minute it goes up or down and lose momentum, that's when I like to start taking profits. And it did just that. Took some profits here on the way up, so more over here. Didn't have much left, so the minute it hit this level we had, it took some off here as well. On your end, looks like you have a similar setup as well in profit taking.
Yeah, I took first partial after about 1.5, 2 to 1. Took some more off as we continued to make higher highs. And then we consolidated. I took a little bit off, and then I only had about 5%. I was trying to get to this daily moving average, 59.50. Couldn't get there. So near the close, I came back to check up on my range order and bailed at I think 59.20. So I got $1.80 on that last bit, which is one of the reasons why you should always let your winners run. This little $1.80 move on the last 5% was pretty hefty.
Yeah,
change.
Yeah, that does help out a lot. And I did the same thing as well. As it make newer highs, I started setting a stop limit order down here, so just kind of protect the profits and just let this run. I went to do some other stuff. I had an order out here, and then finally I just took everything out because it looked like it was going to start reversing, or at least it was so extended already. It was a very, very big move, so I took the rest out around 59.11 or so. So pretty good trade. And also another point you brought up is about it gapping down, right? So this stock gapped down. It looked like on the pre-market it was going to sell off, and look at this right at the open. Andrew talks about this where it just takes off, and it's actually a very strong stock for the day. So it kind of shows you not to go into a bias.
Yeah, that's so true, Carlos. So that was pretty awesome. We all caught that as a group, but I took this other trade on WDC that you called out, Carlos. So we kind of a little payback there. I took this WDC. This thing gapped down pretty heavy. And I think a lot of people got stuck short as it started reversing here. So people are stuck short here. So when I saw it come up above the VWAP, this is when you and Brian started looking at it.
Yeah.
Kind of saw that, we're flagging back up here. And new 15-minute high, I felt a lot of people are going to get squeezed, kind of like what happened with ATVI last week. And we had this momentary fat finger. Didn't get shaken out by that. I think it was probably just some sort of order entry error, whatever, but I got out everything at the shooting star, so that was a pretty good trade. And thanks for that, Carlos.
Yeah, that was a great trade. Again, me and Brian saw it, and you took it perfectly. And also, Brian took an opening range breakdown on WDC, so that was nice of him as well. I didn't take that trade, but again, some very clean trading today. Hope you guys were able to take advantage of some of these great moves, and we will see you tomorrow at the pre-market show.
All right, thanks everyone.